All right, folks, welcome to Call Review Mondays, where I break down live seller calls, see where the wholesaler screwed up, where they missed the moment of truth, and where they did great. So, we've got a special guest today, someone outside of Titanium University who reached out to me. This gentleman is absolutely amazing, wants to be successful, and just say, you know what? Why don't I just hop on there and see where I can improve? So, without further ado, let's welcome Steven. How you doing, Steven?
I'm well, Caesar. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Thank you for asking. So, Steven, please introduce yourself to everyone that's watching. Tell them who you are, how long you've been in the business, what do you want to accomplish, and why you're here.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, my name's Steven Singano. I'm here in Tucson, Arizona, where it's always sunny. And I've been in the business for about, golly, November, December, about 3 months now. So, loaded up on iSpeed, paper leads. I've only locked up one deal so far. Bought that myself, and I'm about to close on that tomorrow. It was a wholesale. Um,
Heck
and yeah,
yeah.
I yeah, buddy, yeah. Um, I mean, I wouldn't be so proud if I had a photograph of the property to show you. It was a $6,000 Detroit house, but we're exiting for 20K on that one. So it's all worth it in the end. Yeah.
Let's
Um,
go.
yeah, buddy. And yeah, my path is clear. I have a full-time job now working for a defense contractor here in Tucson. But I'll be exiting that in the next several months and burning the boats to take the island. So it's a rough road. I know that, but I'm prepared for everything it holds.
Let's go. Let's go. So, I'm actually very interested and excited to hear because I have never heard a single call of yours. You literally reached out what last week, and then I was like, yeah, man, there's this thing that I do on Call Review Mondays, and Steven's like, wait, what? And then here he is. So that's
Yeah, don't get
absolutely
your
amazing,
hopes up.
man.
I mean, I'm taking massive but very imperfect action. So yeah.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. And I was just gonna say that shows me something. You're taking perfect immediate actions, right? I just talked to you about it last week, and here you are, like with no hesitation. You're like, let's go. So that shows me that you want to improve, and you're just being a 4-year-old kid right now. Even Kobe Bryant said that, right? Who did he say that to? Luca and other NBA players, right? Don't ever stop being a 4-year-old. Learn the game. You can never master it. So, all right, let's get right to it. Enough with me rambling. Let's play. Let's see what we can do.
Hey, is this Will?
Can you hear that?
Bill, yes.
Billy? Billy, hi. Yeah, my name's Steve Singano. I was calling about your property on 48th Street. It looks like you spoke with a member of my team about needing to sell it. Is that correct?
Well, I don't need to sell it. I would if I got the right offer on it.
Okay, Bill. What is the right offer?
Well, I think it's appraised for about 150. I would like to get as close to that as possible.
You said 150?
Yes.
All right, Bill. What's the occasion for selling it?
Well, I had some guys go in there, start remodeling, and messed it up pretty good for me. I'm 81 years old.
So far, by the way, man, you're doing a pretty good job. I mean, you're pretty much kind of got the formula down. I still don't know your cadence though, so I'm not gonna comment so much on, right now I feel like you're a little tense, right? But I don't know, maybe that's your cadence and maybe that's your style. If that is, forget about it, right? Like if you're confident and that's how you talk, no problem. But if you are a little bit tight, then loosen up a little bit and just have a conversation. Because right now, the way I'm feeling it, and once again, I've never heard you call before, but right now I feel like you it from the other side of that phone, if I was a seller, I just feel like you're either reading a script or you're not confident. Um, so I don't know yet. Were
Brother,
you a little
you know,
tight when you were calling or what?
how you, yeah, I mean, audio doesn't lie, right? I'm not gonna lie, I'm tight right now. I'm talking to,
Yeah,
all these two
yeah,
I don't even know I'm talking to, right?
yeah,
This is
yeah,
a big
yeah.
deal for me. I mean, they say entrepreneurship is like the biggest personal development journey you can take, right? I
Absolutely,
mean,
absolutely.
I've kind of had like an uptight, not, you know, not in situations like these since I was in like middle school wrestling, and I was
Yeah,
able to make the takedowns happen by like, you know, by force, but there was no fluidity, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's kind of how I feel on the phone sometimes, and that's something I want to develop within myself, not only for the business but for all aspects of my life, right?
Perfect, man. I love the fact that you're just going for it. A lot of people have the same feeling and same emotions that you're having, but they never picked up the phone. So as far as I'm concerned, you're already winning, right? So that's huge, man. One thing that I may say that may not may most likely will help you. Just remember when you're calling them, who's the customer between you and the seller?
Who's the customer between me and the seller? I mean, I'm the customer. I'm seeing what the sticker
That's
price
right.
is.
That's right. So when you go to Nordstrom's, Walmart, Target, your local produce store, are you tied up or are you pretty loose and you're just walking around minding your own business, taking your time?
I'm just minding my. I mean, it depends on whether or not I'm taking care of my kids. But yeah, yeah. Let's just
100%.
say, let's just say I'm like by myself at the store. Yeah, I'm picking my favorite brand of ketchup, baby. You know,
Yeah,
maybe if
exactly.
another one's,
Exactly.
maybe if another one's cheaper, I'll take that. Depends on
Yep.
my mood. But yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
Yep. Yep.
Embrace being the buyer.
Embrace being the buyer. You're calling them because they raised their hands. Otherwise, you would have never called them. Right. And sometimes I even tell people that, like, sir, I don't cold call anymore. Like, I only called you because you raised your hand one way or the other. Either you filled out a form or you spoke with one of my referral partners. I buy my leads. You're nothing but a lead to me right now. So if you're looking to sell, I'm looking to buy. Let's do business. If not, that's okay too. I got other houses to buy. Right? Like when you have that type of confidence, that swag, that's when if they are motivated, they will chase you. If they're not, they'll push back, which is fine. Then you just saved yourself a whole lot of time. So it's just a little mind shift, and then and you'll get over it and you'll be just fine. Trust me, I know. I can tell.
Appreciate it.
And am getting tired of messing with it.
I understand. Yeah, those contractors can. I mean, they can.
So right now, let me ask you, what do you understand?
Not not enough, that's for sure. That's something I was hoping we could work on, figuring out where the turning points were in this conversation where I could have uh, stayed in the discovery pocket. You know?
That's something. So just dig a little deeper. Like just imagine peeling off an onion, right? I'm getting tired of dealing with this. Ooh, that's one layer. That's literally just the layer. Your eyes are not even teary yet. You got to peel off another layer. Oh, you're tired? What happened? Right? And you got to see that with that tonation because now you're being curious versus
Let me
what
ask you
happened?
this, Caesar. Let me
Sure.
ask you this. So I know a lot of this business is peeling back the layers, digging deep,
Hmm.
as it were. Um, and I understand that from an instinctual level. Um, but from a tactical standpoint, I'm not able to picture objectively what the significance of that digging brings you. Like, what is the value you get when you get that like deep understanding of their pain points?
Yes, because right now I'll tell you this probably in the simplest way I can explain. A lot of people want to retire right? They want to retire, they want to enjoy their life. And yet, every time I go to a coffee shop, I always see a senior citizen behind the desk being a barista. So my point is, I want to know how tired this person is. Is this person tired of the situation that he's willing to let it go at a discount? Or is he just kind of tired? It's the same thing when we're talking to people that want to be solopreneurs. Do you really want to be a solopreneur, or do you kind of want to be like everyone wants like the glory and the money and the freedom creating the reality, but are you willing to get through the mud? Are you ready to get your ass kicked, right? So it's the same thing here. Oh, like I want to know what happened that made him tired. Because based on that, I can see, okay, this person really is tired, and now I can understand that I have the ability to lower that price now. But if they're not, if they say like, oh, this, and I'm like, dude, that happened to me last month or 6 months ago. I was tired then, I ain't tired now. Does that make sense, Steven?
It does. It does. It's gauging motivation,
It's
but
gauging motive.
but if they're motivated and you've determined that they're motivated, what does it matter what the specific reasons are? How can you use that to your advantage?
because those are leverage points. Hey, Stephen, earlier you mentioned you didn't want to deal with the general contractors because they did this to you, they did that to you, they did this. Is that right? Did I hear you correctly? Yeah. Okay, but now you just said that if you don't get your price, you'll just go ahead and get it fixed. So do you want to go through all of that again? But if you didn't get any of that information, how can you bring it back up? You know what I mean? So
I
not
do.
only do you gauge that motivation level, but you use that as leverage point. Steven, you told me it's the same thing as, and I can probably tell you this because you have a family, you have kids, right? If I were selling in life insurance to you, and based on what you want to accomplish for your kids, you have to have a $2 million life insurance policy. But because you're so cheap, you don't want to pay for $2 million, right? But if I didn't dig deep enough on what you want to happen, how you want your kids to be able to go to college, how you want your wife to not have to work again for the rest of her life, if I don't know any of that, then how can I use any of that to say, hey, you actually need $2 million, right? But if I say, hey, Steven, based on our conversation, you mentioned that the only reason why you're talking to me to begin with is because you want to accomplish A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Is that right? Did I hear correctly? Yeah. Okay. So if you were to die today with only $500,000, how can $500,000 achieve A, B, C, X, Y, Z? You can't, right? So then now it's putting you in a frame of mind of going, hey, you're right. I need this in order to do this. So all I'm doing is I'm gathering all the information of what they're trying to accomplish for two reasons. One, so that I can actually come up with a solution for them because I genuinely want to help, right? And once I have that solution, and sometimes the best solution is to tell them that we're not the solution at all. But if we are a solution at a certain price point, then I'm going to use those leverage points to say, hey, earlier you mentioned you needed to accomplish this, this, and this, and this. Well, my price point does all of that, right? So, Steven, just, hey, man, I know we're not going to make a deal here. It sounds like we're not. But just curious before I let you go. I mean, if I put $50,000 in your bank account 3 weeks from today and I achieve, guess what? I'm going to name off every single thing that they want to achieve again. And all of that is achieved for, 30 days from today. How would that change your life? Because I want them to visualize that. Because then it's no longer that they lost 50,000, but it's more of like what that $50,000 can actually do for them. Does that make sense?
This is great, Caesar. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure. And if it doesn't, please ask. That is the whole purpose of this.
Oh, crystal clear. Crystal clear. You're a master.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Can I buy some life insurance from you? My kids need it. You know.
Dude, I sold that for a long time, man.
Did you
Put you in
really?
nightmare situations
Yeah.
sometimes. Were you around to watch them and manage them, or were you out of town?
No, I was there. I was right in the middle of the COVID thing, and I got COVID and wasn't there a lot, and they just stole everything they could and tore up the rest.
I see, Bill. I'm sorry to hear that.
Did you just laugh? You just laughed, didn't you? Okay. So you get it. All right. I was gonna say something, but since you laughed, you understood it. Okay.
Yeah, people can be pretty slimy sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
See, but you said the right thing there, Steven. So here's the thing, man. Like, I guess what I'm about to say is don't worry too much about. See, I'm very animated, right? Like you'll see the tonation of my voice will constantly change. That's just because I've been doing this for so many years. And when I say this, I don't mean real estate. I'm just talking about talking to people, having discussions, negotiating, and so forth. So it's just second nature for me. Your current speed right now is your current speed. Your current cadence is your current cadence. But what I like about what you did is you said the right things afterwards. You still related to him, and now he's going to relate back with you. So hopefully he's going to open up a little bit more. So that's pretty good, man. Like, kudos to you on that one. A lot of people would just be like, got it, okay, and then boom, they're going to ask a different question. But you hung in there to actually just tell them, I feel you. So
That's
that was
all I
good,
could
man.
think to say. You know.
That's good. Well, put it this way, it's a lot better than got it.
Right.
All right, let's see what you say next. Uh-oh, why is this not moving? All right, give me 1 second, guys. I have to refresh. 1 second. Where did you go?
Hello.
Hey, is this?
There you go.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I take it you no longer live on the property now, huh?
No, I've never lived there.
It was a rental?
Yes.
All right. And
So one thing there, not a bad question, but you're assuming. So what you did was you asked a closed question. So what did you get? Closed answer. And now
Right.
you have to come up with another question. So how could you have asked that question where it's open-ended?
What were you doing with it?
That's one, but what else?
I never lived in it.
When you don't understand something, what's the question you ask?
Who, what, where, when, why? Why?
What do you
Why
mean
have
by
you
that?
never lived in it? What?
Yeah.
What
What do you mean by that? Yeah. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I never lived there. What do you mean you never lived there?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Don't be
bought
afraid
it.
to be a 4-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to be broke. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And they're like, oh yeah, no, it was a rental property, and then now they're gonna open up because you ask, is it a rental? Yes, and then you're done. So now you have to have a follow-up question. So if you don't know what your follow-up question is, you get stuck. So that's why you try to keep it as open-ended all the time, so that way the conversation can keep flowing.
Keep them talking. Yeah. Caesar, have you ever read Never Split the Difference?
Never read it, but I've heard what it's about. I want to read it because everyone else have read it. But yes, what were you going with it?
Well, I've never read it either because I don't know how to read.
Okay.
You know, yeah, I just listen to it.
Yeah.
But I can only read things in lists. You know, that's the software.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, and And one nugget I took away from that was the two most powerful question words of all the who, what, where, when, why is how, and what, and very, very occasionally why, but why is a very aggressive one.
Why is very aggressive? Because then the defense comes up. It's a defense mechanism comes up. The guards come up. So you want to try your best to stay away from why, unless you absolutely need to, or because there's a reason why. Like if I want to slap someone, like hit them right between the eyes, I just go, well, why? Right? There's a moment for the why, but you're 100% right about that. What and how is usually the best way to go about it. All right, let's see.
Is it vacant now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Will.
Closed-ended.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yep.
What do you?
So at that point, I'd be like, how long has it been vacant? Talk to me, Bill. How long has it been vacant? Why is it vacant? What's going on here?
What is going on with it now?
That's it. Yep. Now, here's another thing, which I don't know yet if you're going to ask. Hopefully you will. But let's assume for a second he says it's been vacant for 10 years. What's the next question you should ask? And I'm saying this because people are watching. I want people to know. Let's say it's been vacant for 9 years.
It's been vacant for 9 years. Gotcha. What are you going to do with it next?
That is one question. Yes, but there's another one that's more powerful. Go ahead.
How? What? How are you going to, take care of it? I don't know. Really struggling here.
It would be so what's causing you to sell it now over all those other years? What's the breaking point? Oh, Steven, it's been vacant for 9 years. Man, if you don't mind me asking, what's making you sell now versus 9 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago? What's going on? Once again, I just want to know what's going on. I'm just going to dig a little deeper. Oh, well, you know what? My wife got this and that, or we lost her job and we need the money. See, so it's not so much that you're tired of it, but because you need the money. Now the conversation becomes, okay, well, how much do you need? What do you need? What's going on? Once again, I'm going to ask what's going on. And I'm just going to keep digging until I know exactly what it is, what it is that they're trying to accomplish. All right. So let's go.
You think the property would be worth if it were all fixed up?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Probably, I don't know, 175. I would imagine.
Okay. When you said it appraised for 150, did you have an appraisal done?
No, that's the tax appraisal on it.
Okay, so we're ballparking 175. How much do you think it would cost to get it there?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's got I messed up at one bath pretty good for me, and
so first and foremost, I like these questions. Like it shows that, I mean, I don't know how often you do this, but it shows that you've had calls, because I see where your mind flow is going, right? And the only thing that I would probably suggest is you're asking these questions a little too soon, because at this moment, we still don't know what we're trying to solve. I don't know what we're trying to solve. I still don't know why he's selling the property.
Yeah.
But these questions are good. And by the way, I was guilty of this too. Like the way your call is flowing, this is probably me 6 months ago. Like I would have just taken it there. But now I'm like, no, I'm gonna hang in there first and figure out what the problem that I'm trying to solve for this guy, and then I'm gonna get to that to see if I can match this with this, right? Like to see if I can where it hits, like for the end buyer, and whether that number hits what he's trying to accomplish.
You said something on your channel a couple months ago about like sitting in that pocket, you know, sit in the pocket, live in that pocket. And yeah, I totally see. I left the pocket, you know,
Yeah,
I left the
you
pocket
did.
and
You did.
started talking about condition and numbers, right? Before I even asked him, what do you want to sell this property for? What makes now the time to sell after 9 years, you know? Yeah.
Yep. And we don't even know how long
I
it's been vacant. I don't think you even asked how long it's been vacant.
I didn't even ask. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that this is where a lot of calls break, and this is, with experience and repetition, this is how closers close those deals that most people would not be able to close, just because
Where
in
a
this
lot of
very
calls
moment.
break. A lot of calls break at this moment, this educating the seller moment.
No, the leaving the pocket to educate the seller. There's nothing to educate the seller on, because we don't even know what we're solving yet. See, educating the seller is the logical part of the call. It's just explaining to them why you need to be where you need to be, or why their number doesn't work, right? But before we get there, we have to figure out what we need to solve first. Because if we don't know what to solve, then we don't really know what their true number is. And if we don't know what their true number is, then how do you know that you would be a solution? One thing I always tell folks is like, your offer will 100% of the time be lower. I'd say 99.99, because there's always that one person that's just ready to go. 99% of the time, your offer will be lower than their number. Why? Their job is to get as high as possible. Our job is to get as low as possible. So 99% of the time, your number will be lower than theirs. So the analogy I like to use is, your offer is your iPhone on 1% of battery. Okay? And you need to find a MagSafe, a battery MagSafe, to attach your phone in order for you to call your wife to tell her to pick you up, or whatever it is you need to tell her. The thing is, we don't have anything to attach our offer to yet. So even if you educate, it doesn't matter, because we have nothing to attach it to. And that's why we want to sit in that pocket. We want to be able to find things that we can attach our offer to, what our offer can do for them. But how do you know what it can do for them if you don't even know what they want to do themselves by selling this house? Yep. All right, let's move forward.
The kitchen's going to have to be gone over, and I don't know. It's got started painting, and they put flooring down. It's got good flooring in it, and it's the outside's in good shape, but it's all inside that's the problems.
Okay. So is the kitchen needs redone?
Yes.
What about
And
the bathrooms?
Yeah, well,
And one bathroom.
One bathroom's in good shape. The other one needs to be.
So I don't know what you were doing at this time, because it's only an audio, but I'm assuming you're comping at this moment. If you can remember what you were doing while he was explaining this.
What was I doing? I was looking at my notes. I had
Okay.
prop stream up at the beginning, and I got like a ballpark of ARV around what he said, like 170, maybe 160. Yeah, so I had my number in my head at this point.
You did. Okay. The only reason why I ask is because I would only ask that question if I'm trying to buy time, meaning I still haven't found my numbers yet. But if you already have your numbers, then that doesn't really matter. Unless, what was the reason for you to ask about the bathroom? He already told you it needed to be fixed.
Yes, he did say it needed to be fixed. Yeah, I guess I did genuinely want to know what the rehab was going to look like. I mean, right here, I'm just estimating If it needs like a full bathroom job, full kitchen job, and then kind of like light cosmetic, maybe a couple other big mechanicals here. I think the bathroom and the kitchen are going to be like 20 to 30. And I think the light cosmetics are probably going to be like $20 a square foot on, I think, like a 1,500 square foot house, so like 60,000 all said and done.
You are an SE.
I mean, it's funny. You'll hear a pretty serious math mistake that I made later on when I say, "Oh yeah, holding costs and blah blah blah." Yeah, holding costs about $10,000, and like after I said that, I'm like, "No, like, I'm supposed to be good at math, But
Yeah. I
appreciate that.
got you.
Thank you. Mhm.
All right, cool. Let's keep going. This is what happens when it's on Google. I gotta redo this 1 second, guys. But that's the reason why I ask, is that's usually I don't really want to get in too much detail, like especially if you already have the number in mind.
Hey, is this Will?
But that's okay. I get what you were doing.
Bill in good shape. The other one needs to be worked over. They messed up the shower pretty good.
Yeah, 'cause they just love to talk about condition.
Okay.
That's like a seller's hobby,
Yeah. Oh, that's why I paused it. That's what I would have said. Like when he explained like all of those things, instead of asking about the bathroom, I would have just like, so how much do you think it's gonna cost me? See, he was being a politician by giving you all the things instead of giving you a number. So I'm just gonna push that envelope a little bit further. Oh, okay. Cool, Bill. So how much do you think all of that's gonna cost me? Right. Just because they didn't want to answer the first time doesn't mean you don't get to ask again. I just let them rant, blah blah blah. Okay. All right, Bill. So how much do you think it'll cost me? I'll literally just ask it the same way. Let's see.
Okay. Okay. So if you had to guess, how much do you think it would be to make it a $175,000 house?
There you go.
Uh,
This is why I said in the beginning of the call, I don't know your cadence. I would have just gone there quicker. Doesn't mean that's the right move. Your cadence is your cadence. So I'm okay with that.
well, I don't know, approximately maybe 20,000.
Okay. Maybe 20,000.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
I was pretending to sharpen my pencil, and I was figuring out how to approach him with my numbers. But it seems like the audio's stopped.
Yeah, I paused. So let me do it again. Yeah, I don't know why it stopped, but
Hello.
1 second,
Hey,
guys.
is this Will?
Oh no. There you go.
Yeah, well, if we can get it up to 175 and I only need to put 20 into it, and I also need to take care of closing costs and holding costs, when I get the loans for it, and I have to pay a realtor to sell it for 175 on the way out. Let's see. And then, of course, I have to make a profit too.
Sure.
What do you think what do you think would be a fair price with all that in mind?
Oh gosh, I haven't even thought about that. Uh, I can't hardly give you a price other than that right now.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
So I know what you were getting with that. I just don't like that question. Well, actually, well, I already said I don't like that question, but let me ask you, why did you ask it that way?
Which way?
The way you asked it.
What part? What specific question?
The last question you
what would
said,
be
you
a fair
said,
price? The
what
last
would be
one?
the fair price? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the mindset I carried, or the goal I kept in mind, was just getting updated numbers from him and kind of stair step down. That was the goal I
Yes.
had.
Yes. You're absolutely right. And that's exactly what I thought you were doing. But here's the one fundamental flaw of that question. Seller doesn't give a flying F about you. So when you say, what's the fair price? He's only thinking what's a fair price to him. He doesn't pay your bills. He pays his bills. He cares about his bills, not yours. So it's a good question, but you can turn that around. So what I mean by that is I would just go, okay,
How?
Bill. Yep. So I'll go, okay, Bill. So let me ask. So let's see here. So I can sell this for 175. You're telling me that I needed to put about $20,000 in there. So that leaves me with 155. Plus, Bill, I've got all these other business expenses that I don't want to bore you with, like closing costs, holding costs, all of that. But Bill, if I buy this off you at 150, man, my all-in number is already above 175. Hey, Bill, my all-in number is like 190. If I buy this at 150, my all-in investment is 190 just so I can sell it for 175.
How can I buy it for 150, Bill?
How can I buy it for 150, Bill? Or better yet, see, I let it breathe because now they're processing that like, oh yeah, that doesn't fucking make any sense. So then I go, so Bill, man, I'd love to help you out here. So just level with me here for a second. What is it that you're absolutely trying to accomplish by selling this house? See, versus saying what's fair, which once again, they don't care about your number, they don't care about your profit, they don't care about your P&L. I want to go back to what they're absolutely trying to accomplish because at this moment you don't have any problem that you're solving yet. So this is a very good moment for you to look back to what you're supposed to be doing, which is find what they're trying to solve. You get what I mean?
I do. I do. I still I need to express to the seller that my capabilities must be met for this deal to occur. You know, my
Yes.
capabilities must be there, right?
Yes. So the
And
best. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the question is how. You know, how
So
can I buy that property for 150, Bill?
how can I buy that property for 150, Bill? Or what I like to say, and you can copy if you want or have your own version. I always say, hey, Bill, I want to. Well, that's loud. I want to help you as much as I can. I want to help you achieve your. I want to help you achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve by selling this house. That said, Bill, I also have to be fair to my business. Is that fair? See, I don't care about profit or any of that. Like I don't like using the word. I just want to be fair to my business. I want to be able to keep the lights on. Does that make sense? right? So what I'm
Fair is
essentially
the
what
word
I'm
I use in that question, and fair is a very interesting word. You know, fair is a very it's an emotional word. You know, uh,
it is,
yeah,
but the way
it's
you
used.
delivered it though, the way you delivered it, it still doesn't make sense from a seller's point of view. Like I was putting like I don't know if I had my eyes closed, but I was listening to that, and from a seller's point of view, I'm like, well, what's fair is what I asked for. Versus if you said, Bill, if my all in here is 195 just to be able to sell it for 175, then now I'm gonna go, oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense. So then now, instead of me saying what's fair to you, I'm saying, hey Bill, I want to help you as much as I absolutely can while being fair to my business, right? He doesn't have to be fair to your business. You have to be fair to your business, right? I want to help you, Bill, as much as I can while being fair to my business and my family. So, Bill, if you don't mind me asking, what is it that you're absolutely trying to accomplish by selling this house? See, now he has to give me an answer on what he's trying to accomplish, not what is fair.
Right. Not about me. It's about him. Right.
It's
Absolutely.
about him, right?
Yeah.
Because then once I know what that is, then I can see if that number would work for me. And if that number works for me, we got ourselves a deal. If we don't, or if it doesn't, then we don't. But right now, we don't know what it is that he needs. And by the way, what he needs, it's not 150. I can just kind of tell based on his voice, unless he's just a stubborn old man and
Hello.
won't sell it.
Hey, is this? Yeah, because I'm looking at it from my chair. It does look like. I mean, I've done this enough times to know that kitchen work and the bathroom work. That'll be 20 to 30 for those two at least, just for that, and then everything else will be on top of that. And after that, my estimation will be approximately 50 to 60 grand all said. And my estimate.
See right here, and once again, I know where you're going with this, and this is 99.9%. I would have gone this route as well. Okay. But right now, I feel like, and please tell me if what I'm about to say would make sense to you or not. I don't know if you know whether you guys are on the same side of the table, if you're on the other side of the table with Bill.
Which side should I be on, Caesar?
You should be right next to him because that's how negotiations work. When you're right next to him, that's when you collaborate with each other and come up with a solution. Just like being an SE, collaborating with your account executive to find a solution for your client, right? There are times when an SE is like, no, this has to be done. An account executive, no, this has to be done. Well, if you guys sit together and figure out what needs to be done for the client, right, then you can come up with a solution. So right here, I feel like you're sitting on one side of the table and he's sitting on the other side of the table. Why? One, he doesn't know what's a fair price. And two, now you're educating him on what's fair to you, but what's fair to him. Right now, you're about to tell him what's fair to you, but we still don't know what's fair to him. So we're like right here, he's here and he's here. So all I'm saying is if you make certain statements like, hey man, I really want to make this a win-win situation, or I'd love to give you that 150, right? I want to give you as much as I can to help you achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. That said, Bill, I also have to be fair to my business. Does that make sense? As soon as he says yes, you guys are on the same side of the table. Why? He just agreed with you. Great. So, Bill, what is fair to you? I wouldn't ask that. I wouldn't ask that in those words, but I would just say, so what is it that you're trying to accomplish by selling this house? Because once I figure that out, then now I know what's fair to him, and then now I can educate him to say what's fair to me, and hopefully we can meet somewhere in the middle where it's still fair to him and it's still fair to me.
Yes.
All right.
Summation for what I can get for it after it's all dolled up. Just looking at all the other properties that are similar in that neighborhood, I don't think I could reliably get above 160. So we can say like 160 for it. I got it all done up. So, and
And
then of course I'd have to
and with all of this, you're talking. You haven't gotten any response from him, meaning does he believe you that it's at 160? Does he believe you that it's going to cost $60,000 of repairs? Is he even listening to you? So if you are going to go that route and you are going to educate, then you might want to get confirmation from them that they feel like that's a fair assessment. Because once you both agree, then you can go. Yeah, right. Right now you don't. Not yet. Now, once again, it seems like my cadence is a little too fast. So you might be doing it in the next few seconds. So I'm going to laugh at myself if that's the case again. So let's see. Because this happened 3 times already.
Oh, really? With other reviews?
think about,
No, I'm saying like there
I
are
have to calculate out the
three
holding
times I said
costs
something,
and
and
the realtor fees, which will come
after I
to
gave the assessment, you said it
about
right after.
10,000 approximately. So now
Oh, there
I'm
goes your
planning on being
10,000.
about $70,000 into it to sell it for 160, and then I want to make it a profit that's healthy enough to keep me safe in all this endeavor and make it worth my efforts. And that brings my price a good bit lower.
Yeah. Well, what kind of price would you give me for it?
See, now he's doing exactly what I was telling you to do. Now he's trying to sit on your table, and which means he's going to gain the leverage over you. So, and by the way, this happens to me every call too. So the way I would respond to this, right? And I want to see how you respond. I'm more than happy to bet you're most likely going to give him your number. But the best response that you could have said here is, well, Bill, I want to help you as much as I can, man. So I want to make my offer to be as meaningful as possible. So level with me for one quick second, Bill. What is it that you're absolutely trying to accomplish by selling this house? See, I'm gonna throw back what he just threw at me. Because I want to know what his bottom line number is.
I
Versus
want to
him
level
knowing
with
your
Bill.
number. Yeah, you want to level. Yeah, exactly. You're about to level with Bill right now. So let's see what happens there.
I'd give you for it, shoot. Yeah, I'd give you 56,000 for it.
Okay. First
Can you
off,
level with Bill?
never ever give a number. Always give ranges.
Okay.
Hey, Bill. I mean, in order since you went this route already, in order for this to for me to be able to keep the lights on, I'm gonna need this in the 40s or in the 50s since you said 56. I'm gonna need this in the low 50s. That's it. Because remember, he who says the number first loses the game. So give ranges. Hey, in order for me to be a little excited about it, I need to be in the 50s. And then see how he responds and how quick he responds. Oh, do I have to refresh again? All right. We're almost done on this call, so let me see.
Hello.
Hey, is this
Well, let me think about it. If you could call me back sometime next week, maybe we can talk a little more and see if we could work something out.
okay?
What do you just do this all over, or you looking for certain places? I know right
I
now,
mean, college towns,
I'm gonna
college
keep
yeah,
going.
towns are very good, you know. And there's a lot of opportunity in Columbus, Ohio that I see. I'm in Tucson, so I'm always on the phone, Willie.
right,
You know, um, but yeah, Midwest and Texas are my my typical areas of interest. If you want to know.
right. Well, I don't know if you've know much about Lubbock, but it's expected to be 300,000, pretty shortly now. And you still there?
I am.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, and it's really Texas Tech is really growing school. It's uh, getting getting pretty high up in the rankings now, and it would really be a good place to own some property.
That's good. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah. And if what price um, would you feel confident on closing with um, today? If
Ah, I was gonna roast you, but here's the thing, man. Everything, put it this way, everything you've done so far, Steven, are all the mistakes that any newbies would make. So kudos to you. And what you just did right there, that is a sign of a closer. You just don't know how to close yet, but that is a sign of a closer. You're still
What
shooting.
is a sign? What is a sign of a closer?
Well, you're still trying to close them.
Is that a good thing? Did I do the right thing,
Yeah,
Caesar?
yeah, absolutely. Heck yeah,
Good.
why not? Yeah, no, this is awesome, man. I'm glad that you did that because that's what I was waiting for. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna take the step, and
if
so
you
you
had a
did.
price that you knew would work for you.
Oh no, we're on like the last stretch and it stopped again.
Do you want me to do a
Second, this
little
last one. No,
voice
no, we're
acting?
almost done.
What happens?
Hey, is
Hold
this
on,
Will?
hold on. I actually want to hear how you ended
Bill,
it.
yes,
So you just asked them.
And that
go ahead.
I apologize. That is if I were to take it just as it.
Oh man, you gave up. Did you hear what you just did there?
What I just went for the kill shot before I was poised. Is
Yeah,
that
but what was the mistake there? You asked him a question. What is the price that you would move today? Right? That was your question. What would be your price to move today? And there was a pause there. He's thinking.
Oh, I didn't wait for his answer. Is that what just happened?
Yeah, you interrupted his thought process. Never, when you ask a question, never interrupt their thought process. Because what if you said, dude, I'll do it for 58? So that was definitely, don't ever do that again. When you ask a closing question, you stay close and stay close.
Is and I could pay the closing costs, and there'd be no realtor commission involved too.
Right. Well, like I say, let me do a little thinking, and if you could call me back sometime during the week, maybe the middle of the week, and I could give you probably a little better answer.
Okay, Billy. Yeah. How about what about Tuesday at
All right, so this is pretty
say
much done, right?
11?
So overall, man, overall, what are your, how do you feel about the call? where do you think, looking back to it now, forget everything I said, but like looking back to it, what are some of the things that you could have changed for yourself?
Gosh, independent of all the wisdom you just shared with me, my my first feeling after that call ended was like I don't know what he needs. You know, like everyone always says, figure out what he needs, and I don't know what he needs. You know, so kind of kicked myself for not living in the pocket. You know, the discovery pocket, the layer peeling, and all that. I never got a number out of him outside, like after that 150 appraisal price. I never even asked him, like, what do you mean it was like appraised for 150? He kind of gave me some weird answer, and I never I was like, well, what does that number mean to you? You know? Yeah, I was kind of kicking myself for not getting enough out of him. You know, that's how I felt
Okay.
right after the call, and that's how I felt right before I sent it off to you.
All right. So let me ask you a question. When you told him that it was $56,000, he responded the way he responded to you, and you still had like about 2-minute conversation after you told him 56,000. What's going through your mind? What does that tell you?
He didn't hang up on me. You know, like
So what does that mean?
that means we could close on a deal in the mid 50s.
That's right. So that means that 150 was a fuck off number, and his number is actually a lot closer to 56 than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was far, he would have just hung up on you. He's a nice gentleman, but he's also an older gentleman. He doesn't have time for bullshit, right? If you were far off, he would be like, okay, goodbye. He didn't.
Right.
So that means you're not that far off. Okay. So here's a couple of things that I would suggest for you. One, you already know it. Live in the pocket. Figure out what it is that he's trying to accomplish. We don't know what that is. We don't know how long it's been vacant. We don't know any of that. So you got to get to that. Two, when you run your numbers the first time, now, big difference. This literally changed about 3 weeks, 5 weeks ago. I no longer educate the seller with my numbers. I don't. I just educate them with their numbers. And you could have easily said that, hey, so Bill, you said I can sell this for $175. You're telling me it's going to cost me $20,000. So 175 minus 20, that's $155. If I pay you $150,000, Bill, I'm investing $170,000 just to win $5,000. Bill, I'm not even talking about any of the other business expense that I'm talking about. So without even doing all the math, Bill, if I buy this off you at 150, my all-in number is going to be a lot more than 175. See, it's better to educate them with their numbers versus educating them with your numbers, because then it just shows them, oh wait, you know what? Yeah, I need to come back to earth, because why I wouldn't do that? Why would I expect this guy to do that deal when I wouldn't do it? So
Yes.
it's a different type of education now that I like to do. Because then at that point, it brings them back down. Now we can what? We can collaborate with each other again. So then now I don't even have to ask, is that fair, Bill? Like, would you do that? I mean, can I ask? Yes. I just like to let it breathe. I just go, Bill, I mean, I'm well over $170,000 here just for me to sell it for $175. And I just let it breathe for a few seconds because I can hear them thinking. And then, so educate them with their numbers, not with your numbers, their numbers. Because 9 out of 10, their numbers will never work. So once you educate and you let it breathe, you don't ramble on, you let it breathe, they're either going to say, yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all, right? Or they're just like, it's dead silence. Then you can follow it up with, and Bill, I want to help as much as I can, get you whatever it is you're trying to get by selling this house. I just have to be fair to my business at the same time. And then you just follow with, so Bill, and this is what I call a fail safe, because it allows you to do what? To do what you didn't do in the beginning. So Bill, if you don't mind me asking, just level with me for a second. What is it that you're absolutely trying to accomplish by selling this house? Not what do you need. I'm not asking for a number, right? I want to know what they're trying to accomplish. It's a motivation-based conversation, not a number-based conversation. So what is it that you're absolutely trying to accomplish by selling this house? Boom. Now they're going to open up. Once they open up, then you get the real motivations. Once you get the real motivations, you can ask, well, how much would that cost? Well, how much would that cost? Oh, I want to pay my credit card bills. Oh, okay. How much are your credit card bills? How much are your credit card debts? Oh, I want to pay off my car so I don't have to pay. Oh, how much is that? And then you just start adding. You're an SE. You read in the list, right? That's what
Right.
you want. You want lined items of what they're trying to accomplish, and you want what? Values next to them. Because then you can add all of that up and you go, oh, well, Bill, it sounds like you need 58,000 bucks. You know? Then at that point you can close. So dig deep, educate them with their numbers, do the fail safe so you can always loop back. And then one last thing, no, two last things. One is he didn't hang up on you, so you're a lot closer to his number than you think. Now the last thing is when you close, you stay close. That was a closing question. What is a fair price to you? I don't care if that pause is for 5 minutes. And if he goes, are you still there? Oh yeah, Bill, I asked you a question. And then I would shut up again. Why? Because I'm closing now. When I close, I stay close. Cool. How was this, man? I know this is probably nerve-wracking if this is the first time you've done this going live, but hopefully this was a good experience.
Very, yeah. It wasn't. It was nerve-wracking for the first like 5 minutes. Other than that, this was fantastic. I've got to ask you: is that brick background your place, or is that a green screen?
No, this is actually a coffee shop that I go to pretty much every day. So no, this is a real brick wall. So it's kind of cool because there's on the second floor, they have a second floor and they have this round table that just has this background. I'm like, heck yeah. So I just show up here right when they open and I just commandeer the whole thing.
Yeah, it's your closer's corner.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Steven, man,
Cool,
thank you
man.
very much for doing this. You've got my number, man. Let's definitely link up. I'm here to help. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Ask me any questions.
And
text me.
I won't
More than
hesitate
happy.
at all, Caesar. And I want to speak out to anyone who's in the titanium community that's still watching right now. I just signed up the other day, so I'll be starting on Monday.
Heck yeah,
And
let's
I'm
go.
really excited to network with all you guys. And
Yeah.
I'll be reaching out on the platform. Just never hesitate to give me a phone call and chat with me. I'd love to meet everyone.
Guys, that's awesome. Steven, now here's the $1 million question. Did you use my link?
No, I did not. Did you send me a link?
I think, well, I don't know if I did, but it's all over my YouTube channel.
I don't think you did, bud. I mean,
Oh
I didn't
my gosh.
look for it on your channel. What would you have gotten if you were my referral for this?
I would have gone pretty much enough for a few leads. I'd probably get like 10 leads
Okay.
total. So if you can
10
let them
leads.
know,
Yeah.
there's 10 free leads, dude. Leads are awesome, man.
Yeah.
If you can let them know.
I love leads, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
Titanium U gave me 60 extra bonus leads, just because I was like, I just asked for them, that's all it took. And
Perfect.
yeah, brother. I mean, I'm really excited to join your community. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. You guys are the best there is, and and I just want to be in there and contribute.
Awesome. Thanks, Steven. I appreciate you, brother. And who did you talk to about it? Was it Justin or Garrett?
It was Colton. I don't know if you know.
Oh, it was
your sales
Colton.
guy,
Colton. Yeah. Colton. Yep. It's one of the other guys. Well, I will let him know. You let Colton know. That would help your boy out. I would really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll tell Colton that you pushed me over the edge. It was that phone call we had that really solidified it in my mind. Like, yeah, like I've wanted to do this. You know, I was just on the phone with Cesar Lacoste, one of the best of the best, and he asked me, why am I not in titanium? And I asked myself, why am I not in titanium? You know,
That's right. I did ask you. I asked you that. I said, why aren't
you? Asked
you?
me, why am I not in titanium? Yeah. And you know what I did? I went to Titanium U. I saw, 30% off for class number 30. Okay. Called Colton, done deal. You know, so I appreciate
Awesome.
you, Cesar, for pushing me over the edge on that one and leading me to this commitment that will be life-changing for me. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, Steven, I will see you next Monday, brother.
All right, brother. You have a good
All
weekend.
right, cool. You too, man.